Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 2050 Southeast 154th Avenue here in Portland. I described everything as if you're standing in the street facing, in this case, just facing the property in general. Front door doesn't really face out to the road. It's kind of in this little breezeway area. If you're standing actually facing the front door, though, it is to the right of the front door. Otherwise, it's just on the right side of the walkway leading up to the front. Got a 4-inch cast iron clean out. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. You have water running. Alright, bear with me here. This is one of those fun directional cleanouts. It doesn't like to send you the right way. Alright, so right out of the gate, it looks like we've got a fair amount of rust scale in the sewer line. And so I got distracted by the cleanout. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But we're checking the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Just zeroed out, water's running. A lot of rust scale right here as we drop into the line. Try and get this stuff spread out here a little bit. Just don't want big chunks of that sitting there. And we will revisit that on the way out. We've got a bunch of substantial rust scale on the line. Rust scale can indeed cause blockages. It's very rough, jagged, it's heavy, it doesn't flow well through lines, especially big flakes. But it is also an indicator, especially when you get really heavy scale like this. The rust scale comes in the pipe material itself. It's the cast iron turning to rust. So it's generally an indicator the line is nearing the end of its lifespan, especially when it's to this extent. This is very, very heavy. And it's 360 degrees around. You have a lot of it up top. It just hasn't busted loose yet. And this line kind of takes off an interesting direction. When I locate, I'll kind of figure it out, but the line actually angles away from the street at first. Like if the line's going to head into the garage area. So there was so much junk there at the start, it was hard to tell if the line flipped over on itself or turned back around. Man, this is, not going to lie, this is not looking great here. This is an incredible amount of rust scale. And what you have to be concerned about, I'm actually a little worried about my camera right now. I would be kind of surprised at this point if the pipe bottom was completely intact. It's that significant. In fact, before I get too far down line here, I'm going to let the line drain off for a moment. I'm going to go locate. What I want to make sure of is my camera is not running the risk of dropping through a rotted piece of pipe and getting stuck. Alright, so I'm just trying to do a little bit of locating. The line and unfortunately I don't have access to every square inch of the property right now. Yeah, that flow line is in rough shape. If you were to go run a jetter through this thing right now, I have a feeling that what you'd end up with is a hole in the bottom of the pipe. Alright, and then we're doing a nose dive right here. This is the hard part of these nose dives here. Is the water dangles off the end of the camera lens, and it makes it really hard to see what I'm dropping into. Yeah, that looks like we're dropping into a cesspool.